Oh, it's an RTGame video. Oh, I thought that bastard was dead. Fear not, friends, for I am not dead. Despite popular opinion. I was kind of convinced myself that I was dead, but I just looked a little dead, really. Hello everybody, it's Daniel here, bringing you a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Once again. It's something I've said countless times, but one of the big draws for Team Fortress 2 to me is the fantastic sense of community we've got built around this game. I think the best way to see this is the amount of subdivisions within that community, because it really is remarkable when you look at Team Fortress 2 in relation to it, and it's very easy to forget that there actually are all of these divisions within the community, and their own sort of sub-communities within these divisions. So just at a glance, just to like kind of run through the list, we got the casual crowd that love pubs, we got the competitive crowd that like to organise themselves a little more, we have the trading scene, we have the source filmmaker crew, we have the MVM crowd that really love to bash on robots, we have ourselves the surfing community that love to play around on jump maps, we have the Steam Workshop crowd that work tirelessly to produce fantastic new content for the game, and we even have organisations around particular classes in the game. Like, one of the interesting things I saw a while back is there was a Steam group set up for Medics on Call, where basically, because medics in pubs were a bit of a rare sight, this group aimed to provide more medics in pubs, and basically doctors on call, so if you need them for a group, just pop a message in the group, and maybe like someone will be able to join and help you out in that regard. There's very few games that go to these extents when it comes to the community. In particular, the ones that stand out to me is the trading community and the Steam Workshop community, because a lot of other games don't even have an opportunity for those kind of things to develop. The truly great thing about having all these subsets of the community is that they're all progressing in their own individual ways and trying to accomplish new things within the framework of the game, and the framework of the game is actively supporting all of these divisions simultaneously. Again, Trading and Steam Workshop are huge standouts because a lot of games simply don't have the opportunity for that kind of stuff. But almost everything about Team Fortress 2 has some sort of community that can actually form about it. And to take a very silly example, particularly silly, full warning, this is very, very silly. We kind of have a community in Team Fortress 2 formed around the Righteous Bison. The Bison Master Race. Look it up, this is a proper subreddit. It's people advocating the Righteous Bison in-game. One of the most unloved weapons that Valve has ever produced. And it's kind of silly in its premise that we're gonna have everyone around, like, the frickin' Righteous Bison. But it's there! And you have people sort of coming together, like, within the common clause that of this weapon. Even though it seems very silly in its premise, the fact that we can all come together under these sort of umbrellas is truly remarkable. Again, there's not a lot of games where you can actually have this sense of community, and we have it in all aspects of the game, and that's why I showed that particular example. All aspects of the game have some sort of sense of community to it within Team Fortress 2, and people just kind of come together over those things. Like, if you ever notice, for instance, if you have an identical loadout as someone on the other team, suppose you have like the same choice of hats or something like that, you might just kind of go up to each other and kind of just stare each other down for a moment or two. I've seen plenty of games, for instance, where people have the same model of Unusual or something like that. They'll just kind of stand next to each other. It's like, oh, hey, man. And that's, again, is kind of remarkable, because compared to other games, it's like, if someone has the same skin as you, it's really not that remarkable. Like, kind of people just kind of gloss over. It's like, okay, you got that skin. You have the same hat in Team Fortress 2? Well, I gotta, like, stop what I'm doing. I gotta walk across the street and I gotta shake your hand, mister, because that's a dapper hat you've got. And that's what I really mean when the community in Team Fortress 2 is fantastic, and it's really, really diverse. And it really is on you guys for making it as outstanding as it is currently. I know from my own experiences on YouTube that it's been an absolutely, like, lovely experience being involved with all of you. I really do think we kind of shine out in relation to other communities for other games. I'll give you my own personal anecdote for what I'm saying. I was never really involved in the Team Fortress 2 YouTube community or anything like that up until this past summer. I mentioned it in a commentary about a month back as well, in case you didn't see that one, but I felt quite lonely and isolated in regards to YouTube because I'd never really talked to anyone else, and I think it hit me hard when Stuart moved on to do other things in his life, because we only really had each other in regards to the YouTube scene. We'd kind of just like play with each other because we wouldn't be playing with anyone else. And so when Stuart kind of went off to do his own thing, I was kind of just left on my own, and it really hit me hard then. Well, since becoming involved with the community following that, and again, past couple of months, interacting with everyone, making an effort myself to be involved, I've got to admit that it's been truly fantastic, and I've greatly enjoyed myself. Like, I've met some very generous and outstanding people in so many of my encounters, and they're really lovely bunch of people as well. And it makes me feel really at home when it comes to Team Fortress 2. Like, there is this gathered sense of community, even with, like, the YouTube scene, I find, for this game. Which, again, is a really good sign of the state of the game itself. And I think the nature of Team Fortress 2 encourages this in, like, its aesthetic and theme. Because it is a sort of casual shooter. It doesn't take itself as seriously as other titles like Call of Duty, which might seem a little intimidating if you're not already involved in the scene, because the aesthetic sort of promotes a more engaged experience and sort of intense experience. TF2 is silly, and it's fun, and it puts these things above anything else, and who doesn't like fun, silly things? And so it's very easy to get involved in the community because of this, because no matter who you are, no matter what background you're coming from, you're coming to the game to enjoy yourself. And TF2 really understands that and tries to make things as satisfying as they can possibly be within its mechanics, and its aesthetic just supports that all the more. And we're all sort of united in that common goal between all of the subdivisions of the TF2 community that exist. We're all just trying to have fun, and we have fun by gathering around this game and interacting with like-minded people. It's truly incredible to have so many elements in this game that support this really strong sense of community. And to wrap up this video, as a sort of final end note, if you found yourself relating quite strongly to the part where I mentioned I felt quite lonely and isolated when it came to playing Team Fortress 2, then please by all means talk to the RTGame community. We actually have our own small community formed here within the larger community of Team Fortress 2. And I think anyone who hops on the Discord or even the Steam group or the Twitch streams knows that. We're just a friendly bunch that's just trying to enjoy ourselves. And if you are someone who's felt a bit lonely or something like that, then please, by all means, come talk to us, because we're a friendly bunch. We're a bit of a weird bunch. I've heard some rumors that some of us are massive nerds. Like that freaking Doomsday.exe guy. Freaking nerd. Like, my god, you can smell him a mile away. But for the most part, we're pretty good. So please do hop on in and just talk to us and play games with us, because we're all just trying to have fun ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone, and I'll see you with something new soon.